Okay, I want to start this video with just a few comments. Maybe some of you will take it as advice, others will say, oh shut up you prick, but I want to say it anyway. When you're restoring a car, don't be afraid to try things. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And if you watch my videos, you know I fuck up, and I'll happily do that again and do it again and do it again to try and get it how I want it and as perfect as I can. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes you have to put your hands up. If you're watching my videos, you will know that I had to put my hands up with the rear differential. I just don't have the tools and the expertise. Could I learn? Yes, of course I could. But for what it's costing me, which isn't cheap, I grant you, it's worth just saying, okay, I've done all I can do, let the guys with all the right tools finish the job. Well, they're not going to finish it, but they'll, do the bit that I can't do. Also, don't underestimate how long stupid little jobs can take, and all these fiddly jobs. Oh, putting an engine in, and doing an interior or whatever. Doing the brakes. Yeah, they're big jobs, but there's those stupid little jobs that get in the way. I spent a day, pretty much a day, filing a piece of metal with a very small file to make the throttle linkage fit. It took me ages. I then spent some time doing the brake cable. Sorry, not the brake cable, the bonnet release cable. It was a silly little thing, but I wanted it soldered. So, that takes time. Did I have to solder it? No, but it made life easier at the end of the day. The fuel lines, because of this crappy ethanol shit, which I mentioned earlier, I've had to replace the fuel lines. I've now discovered that the fuel line I have is too small for some of it, but okay for others. So I've had to order some more fuel line. What else was there? There was one, the fuel filter bowl. As previously mentioned, earlier in this video, I had to make sure I cleaned out the threads, etc., etc. Great, terrific. But then I discover that the filter I want to put in there, the gasket is the wrong size. So it delays you. And these stupid, silly little jobs will bite you in the ass and take up a lot of time. Don't underestimate that, whatever you do. Big jobs, you can go, yeah, I can do that in a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. But then you'll find a stupid little job like, oh, I don't know, cleaning a corner that needs painting or needs rust treating. Oh, hang on, that needs painting. Oh, but I got to rust treat it first, and then I got to paint it. Oh, and then I got to seal it, and then I got to and it goes on and on. So just be aware that that kind of shit can take up a lot of time. Okay, now on with the movie. That's how the linkage goes. I can't finish this, unfortunately, because I need the washers that I've ordered. I've ordered those from Snug Barrett, but a couple of the washers are special order. They're coming from England, and God knows how long that'll take. So I probably won't get that until next week, which means I can't get this finished and can't put the carburetors on, which is rather disappointing because I wanted to. But hey, I've been working on this since 1988, so I guess there's really no rush. And I've got lots of other things to do here. But anyway, there it is in position. And oops, hang on, let me do this. So you can see when you accelerate, it moves that lever up and down. This bar, it appears, is just to hold this in place. What a complicated setup just to make it accelerate. Whatever happened to a good old cable, eh? But anyway, that's what they've done. That's how they did it. and I'll just have to wait now until the parts arrive. I did have to modify the woodruff key. I couldn't find the original one that I had, but I had another woodruff key and I put it in there, but then it was just slightly too fat for the sleeve to go on, the inner sleeve, so I had to get a little bit of filing done. But anyway, there it is. It's rather complicated, but hey, it works. So thank you, Mr. Lyons. Now let's get on with something else. Oh, I've got to do some painting inside. Sorry, that was right in the way. I've got to do some painting inside. Bits that I discovered I'd missed the other day when I was upside down in the footwell, and I want to get those done. I'll give them a quick rust treatment and then paint them. Okay, that's it for the moment on this, so let's move on to something else. Okay, whatever you do, don't listen to this guy. The bonnet release cable does go in this slot. I have no clue what goes in there. This and the one for the clock, this, they just have holes in the aluminium panel that goes here. They don't need anything other than a small hole, which my new panel has. One thing, although it doesn't matter to you guys, but my old panel, as you can see, this is kind of flat across here, whereas the new panel has a big loop in it. So sorry, my finger's in the way. The new panel has a big loop in it there, a big curve. Now I don't know if that's for an autotomtic or why it's that shape. I may have to use my old panel and cover it. Hopefully I will have enough vinyl left if I have to do that, or maybe I might even have to remove the vinyl from the aluminium panel that they've sent me. Where's my old one? Where's my old one gone? Jesus Christ. You put shit down and it grows legs. Where did it grow? Where did it grow, Gary? Oh, there it is. So this is my old panel, and it goes this way around, so it'll tuck up underneath. Now, these two holes here are the ones for the speedo adjustment, or mileometer adjustment, and for the clock. And then obviously it has the screw holes, and this is the cutout for the bonnet release cable. However, as I said, my new one has a big curve here. It's nice, it's pretty, but it ain't right. So I'm hoping that when I straighten it, yeah, because I've got to try and make it flat like this, that it doesn't stretch out too far and I can't use it. I guess I'll find out. And I'm not even sure how I'm going to flatten this out yet, because I don't want to damage the vinyl that's on there. Maybe I can just do it by hand, by muscles. We'll see. That's way down the road. Oh, and one other thing that I'm doing here, it's kind of belt and braces time. My fuel bowl filter, I'm going to put 2 filters on it, which of course you may think is excessive, but you can think what you like. This one here that I have is actually, I think I've mentioned it before, is from a Land Rover, and it's got this lovely little valve on the top so you can turn it off. That means that unless they open the bonnet, if someone steals your car, the most they'll get is a carburettor full. Now, this is actually a brand new filter. I know it looks pretty shitty, but I'll give it a bit of a clean up. That goes on there. And then I also have this one, which will reside on there. and then obviously the spring goes there, and then this glass bowl goes there. However, in the kit was this rubber seal. I thought, great, I've got everything I need. Yeah, that's what I thought. The seal is too small. Look, it's too small. So I've ordered another one from S&G Barrett, hoping it's not the same size as this one. If it is, then I've got to try and get one from a Land Rover, or I'll make one. Piece of thin rubber. I'm sure I can find a thin rubber somewhere. Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Anyway, we will see what happens. Yeah, fingers crossed for me, eh? All right. Okay, that's it for the moment on this clip. We will be returning. I am told that my rear axle will be ready by the end of this week. And that will be in this video. Maybe not the next bit, but it will be in this video before I... Okay, here is the new panel and the old panel. These go under the driver's side steering column. And you can see they look almost the same. Yes, almost. This one... Go away, doggy toy. As you can see, comes along as a big curve. This one comes along and is flat. And if we flip it back the other way, you can see there is the curve there. If I can get it right. So you can see the curve there, and then this one is flat. This is from BAS, and I've texted Tony, the guy there, a Welsh chap who doesn't like the English. Oh, well, never mind, eh? And said, hey, look, you know, you guys sent me the wrong one. Maybe you sent me one for an automatic or whatever. Oh, no, that's not right. No, that's the correct one. What we sent you is correct. You must have crushed, or it must have been crushed. No, that's not the case, because this fits on a steel bracket underneath the steering column. So you cannot crush it. It's just not possible. So I suggested to him that he looks at S&G Barrett, where they have this panel, just like mine. Well, that's where we get ours from. And that's what they sent us. And I said, okay, fine, but it's wrong. So you need to get onto S&G Barrett and get it sorted out. We will see. Nothing comes right, does it? Now, the whole reason for me getting into this fuel filter, I tried to screw it in, screw the, go away you, screw this pipe in, which goes to the carburetors. That's the inside, so it wouldn't go there, it will go on this side. And when I tried to screw it in, I could only get partial. So what I had to do was clean out the threads. And the reason is, although this is a brand new piece of pipe I've put on there, it's not ethanol compliant, I don't believe. And I hate fucking ethanol. So I've bought some ethanol pipe, which happens to be blue, but I don't care. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to replace this blue piece, and also on the I think it's on the manifold. Follow me. Yeah, see down there? Those bypass pipes that balance the fuel. You can see it there, that clear pipe with the metal clip. And there's a T-piece in the middle, which links up to here, which is for the starting carburetor. So I will be replacing that also with this blue pipe. And in case you're wondering what the hell I'm babbling on about, come on, follow me over here. Well, you love my videos, you get to walk around. Oh, got me bum caught. My wife says I have no bum. There, this is it. In fact, let me take that. let's get over to the bench with it. Carrying this light, it's like the old lantern. Oh yes, ding ding, 8 bells, 8 bells. Alright, so what I need to do, chop a length of this and put it on there. And as I said, I've got to do the same on the manifold as well for the starting carburetor. Okay, that's it for the moment on this particular one. Well, by the way, if anybody wants one of these, I do have a spare bowl and unit, which I'm just soaking in cellulose thinners at the moment to clean it up a bit. But if anybody's looking for one of those, give me a shout. Well, it turns out that one of the issues I have with my heater is certainly that there is no ground wire. As previously mentioned, this thing is completely mounted on rubber, so you know it has no ground wire. So I will have to install a ground wire. However, when I did create one, I discovered that the fan was only running at 1 speed. Previously on the bench it had run at 2 speeds, and the switch works upside down. This leads me to 3 possible conclusions. 1, the switch is defective. 2, the knob on the switch has been taken off and put on upside down. 3, which is more likely, I've connected it wrong. Why would I think that? Well, because I only have 1 speed when I should have 2 speeds. The switch works upside down, and I'm an idiot. The fan switch has a lot of connections on it, and when looking at the diagram I may have looked at the switch upside down, because remember it is in that panel, and when you flip it out you're looking at it the wrong way up. Now that is an assumption on my part, I don't know. I will tell you once I find out what's wrong, whether I'm an idiot, the switch is broken, or something else. So let's get on and try and rectify that problem. Okay, just so you get the idea, this is the kind of hose I want to put on here. I'm going to take it down there and through the motor mount, engine mount, and down to the ground. So I'll go to my local car parts store, find something that's that size. Back to the heater. I now have the earth wire in, or ground wire, up on that terminal there and over to there just by the starter solenoid. I've checked out the wiring connections. Yes, I had them the wrong way round. Green should have been on number 4 and it wasn't, and green and purple should have been on number 6 and it wasn't. So I've changed those. I still only get 1 speed, which could mean that that rheostat's buggered, that the switch is buggered. I'm not worried, I'm going to leave it. The speed I've got is fast. The odds of me using the heater are remote, to say the least. But, you know, it will work, and it works on fast. Great, I don't need 2 speeds. I'm not going to waste time trying to figure that out. Maybe one day I will, but not right now. I got more important things to do. Next is, as you know, I took out the bonnet release cable. That was a mistake. What I'm going to do is I'm going to solder the end here so that it doesn't fray anymore. The couple of strands frayed, and I'm going to deal with that. Then what do we move on to next? Oh boy, I don't know. Oh, there was one thing. Oh no, I can't. I don't know if I can show it. Hang on 1 second.